Hello everyone. Today I'm just gonna be showing off all these albums that I have. I'm gonna be only showing mine off because my girlfriend has a bunch here. But yeah, I don't really have like a huge library, so this won't be a really long video. I'm not gonna get into what she has. She has a couple of Mortal. She has Diabolical, Full Moon, some Burzum albums, other black metal albums, a couple Bathory albums, Enslaved albums, you know. And I'm sorry if the video gets disturbed because I have kitties over here that want my attention. Anyway, let's just get right into it. So this is a first pressing of Abbey Road. As you can see, it was poorly taken care of. This came from one of my relatives, but my mom gave it to me and I thought it was pretty cool, so yeah. This one, this is also a first pressing, but it's in better condition. This is my favorite country album as of now. I love Johnny Cash. This album is just full of catchy tunes. And this one, I got recently. I haven't played this, or I haven't even heard this one. I got it because of the cool album cover. This is Nazareth, No Mean City. It's not on streaming, but I am gonna eventually listen to it. I just haven't had the time to. Next we got Carcass with Necrosticism. I've never known how to pronounce that. Yeah, I got this one at an Austin shop in Texas. One of my favorite Carcass albums. Next we got Sinister, Across the Sticks. This is a very good Dutch death metal album. I got this during COVID. I got a lot of these albums during COVID because I had no idea what to do during that time. This is my favorite and my only Insomnia album that I own. It reminds me more of the Swedish death metal more than the Finnish one. But the ones afterwards, they get more into that Finnish sound. This is a Panzerfaust by Darkthrone. I keep this one in the plastic sleeve because why not? This is my second favorite Darkthrone album. I like playing this one. And I have God damn it. Kanonenfieber, Menschenmühle. This vinyl is paper. I have a couple that are paper, but I got this one in support of that artist, and I love that album. So yeah. And next I have Edge of Sanity's The Spectral Sorrows. This one got left out in the rain because mailman decided, hey, let's not put in the front the actual front door. Now I have one of the earliest Sweet Death albums. This is the Dark Recollections by Carnage. Surprised I was able to get this like relatively cheap, because I didn't know that if they did repressings of this, because of, you know, sometimes you find a band you want a vinyl of, and like the band is old and been abandoned for a while. Here is the first Morbid Angel album. I played this one quite a bit, but not like a lot, but yeah. And here is Nuclear Assault. Handle with Care. I haven't opened this yet. But this is one of my favorite thrash albums. But yeah, that's all I have about to say about that one. Next up we got Human by Death. So it's a funny story about this. I'm one of those people who, well, I have 2 copies of this, because one when I bought the original one that I wanted, it didn't ship for like 4 weeks, and so this was during COVID and I really wanted it. So I bought another one, and then the other one eventually shipped, and then I got 2. So that's how I have 2 copies of this one. Next we got Severed Survival by Autopsy. This album grew on me a lot, and so I ended up buying it. Next up we have another Morbid Angel album, Covenant. This is my personal favorite. I mean, this is my favorite Morbid Angel album cover, honestly. Like, the blue and the red, like, looks so good. And this one is a lesser known. This is Necrofire's Prophecies of Eternal Darkness. They're a melodic black metal band out from Houston, Texas. I think they're from Houston. And I saw this at the record store in Houston, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna listen to it first before I buy it. And I listened to it, and it was a pretty big banger. So yeah, good investment. Next we got my favorite Candlemass album. This one has a red. Don't mind the noises, it's just my cat. I think this has a red vinyl, but I'm not gonna take it out because yeah. I have Rammstein Self-Titled. Get away, get back. I have all their albums, so I'm gonna get to that though. Out of all the ones, I think this is the laziest album cover that they've ever done. Can you get out from there? Next up, we got Lunar Strain. Fun fact, I didn't used to like this one. And the person who sold me the Gesture Race said, like, hey, I could give you the Lunar Strain too. I'm like, nah. Don't know why I didn't. Hey, no, Bubbles. My cat is just... don't know why I didn't like it that much. It's like my second favorite thing that's come out of Sweden now, so... Up next, we got Darkthrone's Soulside Journey. I also didn't used to like this one, and I ended up liking it enough to buy it. So yeah. And this one, if you've been into death metal for more than a year, you probably know who Broken Hope is. This one's Swamped in Gore. People laugh at the art, but I think it's kind of sick, honestly. I mean, it's better than like owning an actual picture of a dead person. All right, my girlfriend got me this for Christmas this year. It's the Kenorius Quintet. This is one of my favorite metal-death albums of all time. And I was really shocked that she got it because it's fucking expensive. Hey, no. This is also one of my favorite metal-death albums. If you're new to this, if you've never heard this, I recommend it if you like Dissection and the Gates of Ishtar. Especially if I like Dissection. It's more like death metal Dissection. And I got I want to be honest, I'm not super crazy about this one, but this record store I went to had two Out the Gates albums, and this was one of them, and I bought both of them. I'll get to the what the other one was in a minute, but this is a good album, but it's not my favorite, but it's still great. So I own it now. And here we have the Me album, the Jester Bass. This is my favorite album of all time. Surprise enough, I haven't like overplayed it to where I haven't overplayed it to where it doesn't sound like shit, but I like to keep it in good condition because obvious reasons. One of my favorite modern thrash albums. The riffs on here are heavy. They're just fantastic. My favorite is Killing Tendencies. And here is one of my favorite black metal albums, Immortals at the Heart of Winter. Yeah, like, he looks pretty silly on the back of this one. And I have a couple CDs, so I'm gonna go through mine. My girlfriend also has some CDs, but I'm not gonna go through hers. All right, so I have Dismembers Like a Ever-Flowing Stream on CD because back when it wasn't on streaming, I uploaded that to iTunes and listened to it like that. Sodom's in the Sign of Evil, and Sorry, I forgot the name of the album. Yeah, I mostly got it for that EP, so. Annihilator's King of the Kill. This is my second favorite of them. This is the first pressing, and I got this because a lot of Annihilator albums, especially a lot of the 90s Annihilator albums, are not on streaming in the United States, so got that. And this is also not on streaming in the United States, Ancient Orange. So I went ahead and ordered it, and it's pretty good. And I got two KMFDM albums. My girlfriend gave me this. This is technically my girlfriend's, I think. Was it? No. Oh no, it was this one. This was technically my girlfriend's. But she gave it to me. And I got this for Christmas a couple years ago. And this is Injustice for Jason. I want to be honest. If you're looking to get this, you might. Blackened is mixed pretty well with it, but there are some songs on here. The mix is a little different. Like the bass sounds a little different on the Frayed Ends of Sanity. I mean, it's good. It was worth the buy, but I'm kind of disappointed, honestly, with some of the mixes. And I'm just gonna. We got this for free at an Austin shop in Texas, and oh shit, this is not really. This is just a signed photo of a photo and Slade signed for us. All right, we're moving down. Okay. This is the deluxe edition for Herzeleid. I pre-ordered this when they announced it, and it is fantastic. The vinyl. I've heard the album many times. This is Rammstein's latest, Zeit. Like I said, I do own all of them, so I gotta get through them. And I got this in Chicago. This is a piece of time. This is my personal favorite. And no, Tommy, it is not better than six of the Death albums. Speaking of Death, yeah, kind of. I got Control Denied. I got this when during COVID, and I started to explore more of what Chuck did. And Bathory's Under the Sign of the Black Mark. We actually have 2 copies of this. Because I bought myself one and Monica got herself one. Here is a more lesser known one. This is Repugnance, The Epitome of Darkness. This is the death metal band that Tobias Forge was in from Ghost. Highly recommend it. It's Swedish death metal, but it takes more influence from Morbid Angel. And I have Bolt Thrower's the Fourth Crusade. This is my personal favorite of theirs. And the back is pretty sick. Look at that. Don't worry, my cats are going goblin mode right now. This is Rammstein's Mutter. I love their vinyls because they feel good. They look amazing. They have a large booklet in here for the lyrics and stuff. We got Ghosts Meliora. This is my second favorite Ghost album. Cerise is amazing. Moby Dust is good. Majesty is awesome. This is just full of bangers. Next up, we got one of my favorite albums. Dismember, Like a Never Flowing Stream. I got this on CD and I got it on vinyl. This is not the recent repress. I got this for relatively cheap, and I think it's the black vinyl, which is good because if you didn't know, black vinyl lasts longer than like splatter and stuff. And speaking of splatter, this is Death, the Son of Perseverance. And I got this when they reissued all of them. And guess what? Oh yeah, I got this when they reissued it, and some of the pressings were going for like $400 on Discogs. I saw two of the first two in a vinyl shop in Texas, and I got them because I didn't have them and I like them. This is Metallica's Kill 'Em All. I don't really need an introduction for this one. And shit. And this is Tool's EP that I really enjoy. If you say Tool is boring, check this one out because it's very, very good and it's also very exciting. And speaking of EPs, this is a more of a recent one by them. I got this because Bob Hoggle is on here, and the other two songs are pretty good too. But I got it mostly because I haven't had a Sodom album, or a Sodom vinyl, but Bob Hoggle, the redid one, is pretty fucking good. And I got this one also in Chicago. I can pull it out. It's At the Gate, Slaughter of the Soul. About this one, I also didn't used to like this as much. I still think it's slightly overrated in terms of like, well, this is the best metal death album of all time. Because there are some songs that just dwindle, but like side A is just fucking fantastic. You got Blinded by Fear, Slaughter of the Soul, Cold, Under Silver Sun, Into the Dead Sky. Then it starts to like lose me at like Unto Others, Nausea, and Need. But otherwise, great album. I am glad I picked it up because I'm a metal death nerd. This one I got when I was trying to get in the rush moving pictures. I still think it's a great album. Limelight is very catchy. This is my personal favorite Bathory album from the black metal era. We'll get to my favorite Bathory album soon. These get pressed a lot, and it's kind of obvious why, because how influential it is, and I don't know what else to say besides great album, and I have it. This is also one of my favorites. Hold on, make this stop from falling. Septic Flesh's Communion. This is an absolute banger. When I heard it, and I need to get this. This is fantastic. Next up, we have my second favorite metal death album, Dark Tranquillity's The Gathering. Don't really need to explain this one. This is the cover is just absolutely gorgeous. My cat is just going crazy. And this is the only Power Violence album that I own. This used to be my favorite, but other albums have come to my attention and I enjoy those more, but this is a banger. Pretty much essential, and if you want to get into Power Violence. Next up, we have Entombed's Left Hand Path, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think this album is kind of overrated. But I do still enjoy it, kitty. I do still enjoy it. I just think after the title track, it starts to dwindle and until it gets to Supposed to Rot, because I do enjoy that one a lot. But like some of these songs, don't do much for me, but I still think it's a great album. But it's not better than like Dismember's entire discography. I'm talking to Thralls of Metal for that one. Next we have Bolt Thrower's Realm of Chaos. This one reminds me of summertime because I played it a lot during summertime. Isn't that swell? So this one went for like a lot of money before the repress happened, and I was not gonna spend that much money on it because I do not enjoy this album enough to spend like $4 grand on it. But I like Alice in Chains a lot. I like him more than Nirvana, honestly. But yeah, I don't really have much to say about that one because that one explains itself. And this is another one that I didn't really listen to when I got it. But after I got it, I played it. I played it in the car on our way back, and it is awesome. I mean, the art is sick. Look at that. This is one of my favorites. It's black and death metal. It's Necrophobic's Nocturnal Silence. My absolute favorite on here is Unholy Prophecies because those riffs go hard. It's also very melodic. It's like they took Slayer and mixed it with black and death metal. But it's not like all super fast. This is Lord Belial's Unholy Crusade. This is more. They're a black metal band, but this one is more death metal driven, especially on Death is the Gate, Bleed on the Cross. And also, when I got this, the owner said that, yeah, it's not their best. I'm like, I literally came here to look for this. I don't care. And up next, we got my favorite Gojira album. My girlfriend's Catholic mother indirectly bought this for me because she wanted to get me something, and so my girlfriend was talking to her over the phone, and she entered her card information for it because they don't know how to use the internet really. But yeah, look, he's bald in this one. Oh, Jesus. Alright, time to scoot this way. Up next, hold on, I'm gonna do something real quick. Okay. So we got my third favorite Gojira album. I am surprised I saw this in my local store, my local vinyl or record store, because this was on my wish list for a while. And here is, oh shit. Okay, we're good, because my phone is apparently at 20%. Here's the only Soilwork album I own. It's not my favorite, but it's still a banger. Here is one of the most unappreciated. Yes. Do you need something? Do you need something? No. This is one of the most unappreciated Annihilator albums, because Set the World on Fire and No Zone are Annihilator classics in my opinion. You can't change my mind. God damn it. Okay, next up we have Morbid Angel's Formulas Fatal to the Flesh. I'm personally collecting everything up to Gateways because I think all their albums are good. I see Heretic a lot in record stores, and I don't know why. That album blows ass. Next up we got, honestly, I'm so glad they repressed this. This is my favorite Sodom album. It's pretty sick. Excuse me. Has some of my favorite songs from them on here. The title track, Marines. It's Mind Jumper, Genocide. It's just a massive banger. This is my personal favorite Alice in Chains album. Alice in Chains album. Nothing much to say about this one besides We Die Young is a banger. We have Ulthur with War Master. Jesus. Personally, this may be their sickest cover. Because look at that. Look at that art. Here's my second favorite Morbid Angel. Yeah, basically the same thing. It's great. It's great. It's great. I love it more than From Mars to Sirius. Here's Kraftwerk with Man Machine. This is a synth pop album that I started to really like because the funny synths make my brain tickle. Here's my personal favorite Darkthrone album. Nothing much to say about this one either. It's just amazing. Besides, I mean, Where the Cold Winds Blow is not a bad song. It's just significantly weaker compared to the rest. Here is Those of the Unlight by Marduk. I wish they had the logo up here. That would be cool. It's pretty dark. You can't fucking see jack shit. It's like, look, you would think this is the Black Album. Until I do this. Yeah, look, it's totally the Black Album. Woo! And here is my second favorite black metal album of all time. Start with Lightsbane. Got this for like $60 because they don't press them that often. We got Carcass with Heartwork, the Plug album, if you know that joke. One of my favorite Carcass albums. This is like my second favorite or something. And I also got I couldn't tell you how I couldn't pronounce that for you if I could. But this is a demo that we got for free when we went to the Austin vinyl shop. It's pretty good, honestly. Nothing much to say about this one because the lyrics are on the back. That's neat, and it's like typical like war or death metal fucking art. This is the only KMFDM album that I have on vinyl. I wish they pressed like their older stuff. This one they press a lot for some reason. And up next I got Leprosy, my second favorite death album. Jesus, dudes. This is... Yeah, if you just saw like a cut, it's because my phone ran out of storage, so when I was trying to record this, so that's neat. So yeah, let's just put this one back. So, any of the two, there's two Slayer albums I really care about, and this is one of them. They press Slayer a lot, even though they retired. I say that because I see a lot of Slayer marketing on Instagram. Not saying they can't press stuff when they retire, but yeah. But yeah, this is one of the ones I care about, and so I got it. This is my personal favorite Rammstein album, Sehnsucht. So yeah, of course I got that one. And when I was talking about Metallica earlier, with Kill 'Em All, I got this. This is a lot of people's favorite Metallica album, which I completely understand. Not my personal favorite, but it is up there. I think it's my second favorite. I think so. Yeah, I think that's right. And here is the Annihilator album that everyone likes to jerk off to. It is a great album. It is a great album. However, the deeper cuts on here, I don't care that much about, like Legia, I think it's called, and Human Incesticide, or Burns Like a Buzzsaw Blade. I don't really care that much for those songs specifically. But I got this because Annihilator is, if you don't count like Metallica or stuff like that, they're pretty much my favorite thrash band. Next to Testament. This Annihilator and Testament go hand in hand for my favorite thrash bands that aren't Metallica. And this was the second At the Gates album that I got that day. This is my favorite actually. It has some of the best leads and melodies on here. It's pretty short for an album. Like, people really refer to this as an EP, but it's technically an album. And this right here, it's technically war metal, but it doesn't really sound like war metal, which means I liked it. This has the same art as Dominus's View to the Dim, which I found, which is like, I'm like, I recognize that art, but not like this. The band is In Battle, if you want to check it. Very, very fast and intense war metal, but it's not like Revenge, where it's fucking awful. Because Revenge is trash. This is my fourth favorite Darkthrone album. I did a Discog run recently. I think this is the only one that went down like one that I've heard. Because there are some songs that just dwindle or whatever, and don't really captivate me. But it's still an 8.5, and I like this a lot. But there are some points where I'm like, let's listen to Play Some Northern Sky. Here is another Rammstein album, Ariza Riza. This, if you can't tell, this is like very bulky. Dude, look, they're going to fuck your bitch. Alright, this is the bulkiest vinyl I have for Factories D Manufacture. This is, I ended up, this is, oh fuck. I forgot to put this on my favorite albums list of the year. Because I like to make, like, sometimes my favorite albums change, and so I like to do it yearly. But I like this album a lot. It's like Self Bias Resistor. Holy shit, that is a hell of a song. And despite my girlfriends having this band as their second favorite band, we only have one Cannibal Corpse album, and this one's my favorite because if it's vintage. It sounds like that old school death metal tone, and this is where Chris was like getting his sound. And then Chris got his sound after he left Cannibal Corpse. In my opinion, one of the most underrated death metal albums, Whisper Supremacy by Cryptopsy, because this gets overshadowed by None So Vile, which I do want now because for a while I didn't really want it because some dude in a server I'm in jerked it off so much that I just wanted to distance myself from it. The vocals are more like hardcore-ish, like they don't sound like Lord Worm. So but honestly, it's techie, but not like super techie to where like it pushes me away. But Cold Hate Warm Blood is definitely like a top 10 Cryptopsy song. And I have this, Death with Individual Thought Patterns. All of the Death albums I have besides Symbolic are represses, because try getting the non-represses for a reasonable price. This is my personal favorite Merciful Fate album. Merciful Fate album. I'm not gonna lie, the cover Metallica did made me more familiar with these songs, and I like them more because of that cover. And we have Spiritual Healing here. Very sick. And here's one of the first vinyls I've ever gotten, and it kind of sounds like, it kind of like skips a lot because I played this on a vinyl player or a record player that was not very good. And if you didn't know, cheap record players can ruin your vinyls. And so, yeah, I barely play this one anymore, but it holds a lot of memories. And if I want to listen to Master of Puppets, I'll just like load it up, I guess, on my computer or something. Okay, here we go. Rammstein's Rosenrot. Oh shit. Give me a second. Fucking, there we go. Okay, so yeah, this album is overhated in my opinion. Like, Mon gegen Mon, Wo bist du? Stirb nicht von mir is a beautiful song, and Zerstören is one of their heaviest songs. And Hilf mir, that song just makes me feel things. Okay, and this is the only Testament album I own. I wish to get the New Order someday, but this one is a banger. And yeah, not much really to say about it. I got this for $37. That's a bit up there, but it's okay because it's a good album. Now we have an album that is very important to me. It's from my childhood. My mom played it a lot. I would not like metal if it was not for this album. If it was not for this album, I would probably never met anyone I know that is super into metal like I am. So this one holds very much a lot of value. Like Toxicity, like Aerials. Toxicity and Aerials were both, they were both like, those were the songs. Those were like the songs I associated with myself, especially Aerials. The beginning of Aerials always like sounded like a crab walking for me for some reason. Oh, I skipped this one. Hold on a second. Okay, I think we're good now. Oh, shit. Okay. You can probably already tell what this is. This is the actual Black Album. And this is just like Master of Puppets. It got scratched up because of the shit record player. So yeah. And here's one that I wish Roadrunner would just like let go of their rights, because they need to repress this more for a lot of people. This is my favorite Death album. It's a white vinyl. It looks very cool. And cool fact to people who really like Northern 1 and 2, or just Nordland, or Nordland 2. If you just get the actual vinyl it's literally just a double album. So you get both Nordland 1 and 2. So if you prefer one or the other, doesn't matter, because you're gonna get both anyway. This is fantastic. The Nordland series is just fantastic. Here we have Old Man's Child. It's a symphonic melodic black metal band, and this is their debut. And I'm surprised this vinyl looks very, very cool. This is one of my favorites. A friend introduced me to them. Next up we have Painkiller. Not much to say about this one. That's already self-explanatory. Lord Belial's Enter the Moonlight Gate. This one grew on me a lot. The first time I listened to it wasn't great, but now it's one of my favorites. The cover is sick. Swedish black metal. Perfect. And here are a couple albums. Well, there's one of the first. I have 3 of these, I think. I think I have 3 of these. Oh, what up? This is my favorite Volbeat album. Volbeat is a teenage band for me. Like I got into them in my teens because of the radio. They played Black Rose. This is my personal favorite by them. They're like Johnny Cash and Elvis mixed with Metallica. That's pretty much the description I can give to them. Give to anyone who's never heard them. Blood, Fire, Death by Bathory. Self-explanatory. And this is, if you don't know who Emigrate is, it's Richard Crespa's solo project, and Richard Crespa's from Rammstein. He's the guitarist. And if you didn't know, I went to German Amazon just to specifically order this because they were only selling it from German Amazon. And I got one of the copies. So this is, like, see, limited. I think this is the last Death album I have to show off, Scream Bloody Gore. a lot of the Death albums came from me in 2020 bored because I couldn't leave the house. Yeah. It's Black Sabbath's Paranoid. And speaking of, or not speaking of, get away, kitty. Another Volbeat album. This is, honestly, if you said this was their best album, I would probably agree with you. Because there's a lot of bangers on here, and it's not like filled with like some of those like blandish rock songs they do. Another one of my favorites. Yeah, it's Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. It rocks. And if you can't tell what this is, which you could probably tell now, when I got the Somberlane, they didn't have like the original art, like vinyl. So I am stuck with this. I'm not gonna complain because I at least got the vinyl. But having that album art would be cool. But this is also my favorite black metal album. I think this is the last of the Rammstein, Liebesvater. This album has like some of their peak songs, like Ich tu dir weh, Ramlied, Haifisch, Weidmann's Heil, the title track. But there are some like meh songs in here, like Wiener Blut and Rotersand. But they're my favorite band, so. And none of their albums are bad at all. None. Don't care what anyone else says. I like this album a lot. People like to kind of shit on this one, but honestly, it had like like the Martyr is fucking baller. But Celtic Flesh is, most of their albums are good. I say most because there are some I don't really like. My favorite Bathory album, Hammerheart. Like the best Viking album, the best Viking metal album. It's amazing. My favorite Marduk album, Dark Endless. They started out as death metal, like Darkthrone did. And it has like some of the heaviest riffs I've ever heard. My last Volbeat album, Surfer Over the Mind, I was very, very surprised and very happy when this album came out because it was good. Unlike Rewind. Rewind was very eh. It's like like cluttered with just meh songs. But this has Temple of Ikur, The Sacred Stone, Shotgun Blues, Say No More, A Step Into the Light, Becoming blew my fucking nuts off because it sounded like a death metal song, which it technically literally supposed to be, or not supposed to be, but it was a tribute to Petrov from Entombed because he died. This is the final album. So it's self-titled. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. As of today, I think it's July 24th or something. This is all the records I have. So, yep. Thank you very much for watching.